Hello, my friends. Hello again. My name is Kyle. And here on my channel, Pensando Inglés, I bring you guys real English. Real English that you can understand. And today, hoy, I have a video that I am pretty excited about. I'm excited about this video because I am going to talk about two things that I really like, okay? Two things that I really like to talk about. I'm going to talk about reading books that I have read, and success, money, okay? Riqueza, alright? So, the theme of this video is what I have learned in all of the books about money that I have read this year, okay? So these are the books about money that I have read this year. Okay, I've read a lot more books, but these are the ones about money this year, okay? This year I have read so many books. But today I'm going to share a little summary about each one of these books and what I have learned from them about money, okay? Let's start with The Richest Man in Babylon, El Hombre Más Rico de Babilonia. Okay, I read this book in Spanish, and it's a great book. Highly recommended, okay? Now, to give a quick summary of the wisdom, the lessons from this book, the main thing that I took away from this book is that you have to pay yourself first, antes de pagar cualquier otra persona o deuda. So you have to pay yourself first, all right? So if I get my paycheck, I take 10% of that, and I pay myself before I pay my bills, before I pay other people, before I pay anything, okay? I keep that 10% for myself, okay? Mis ahorros, saving. That is the secret in this book. He says that that's how you become wealthy. You pay yourself first, and every time that you get paid, you keep for yourself, guardar, you keep at least 10%. At least 10% for yourself. And there are other stories about paying off debts, okay, deudas and things like that. But the thing that I've used in my life from this is that 10% rule. Every time I get paid, no matter if I get paid a good amount or just a little bit, 10% of it goes to me first, okay? That's made a big difference in my life, a big difference in my money life, okay? So I am hoping that if I keep on doing this for years and years and years, what I learned from this book will help me to become a wealthy man. And it does not matter if you're making a little bit of money, okay? No matter what, pay yourself first. That's what this book says. Okay, next, I want to talk about a book about money that I read that I did not like. I did not really like this book. I thought it was boring, and there wasn't anything that I really used in this book to apply to my life. A lot of people like this book, but I'm just being honest, I did not really care for it. The Psychology of Money. Now, he says some things that are true in this book, and the one thing that I really think is true is that what works for me will not work for you, okay? Because say you are in Colombia, okay? You have different opportunities, different jobs that you could do than I can do. Okay, I have different opportunities than you have. So what works for me is not going to work for somebody in Colombia, okay? Probably not. Or what works for somebody in Spain is not going to work for me because there's different companies there, different ways to invest your money. Maybe there's more money in this place, there's less money in that place. So he did say that there's no one thing that works for everybody. But other than that, I did not really like this book, okay? Now this book I did like. The Millionaire Next Door, okay? This book talks about how normal people can become wealthy and become millionaires, okay? And the secret in this is to spend less than you make. That's so simple. Yeah, it is simple. But what this book says is that when people get good jobs, okay, say you're in school to become a doctor or a lawyer, and then you finally get that good job and you're making more money, what do? You go buy a nice car, you buy a nice watch, You start buying jewelry, going on vacations, okay? So when you make more money, you start to spend more money. And that's not good, okay? So everybody will think that you have a lot of money because you're putting pictures traveling on Instagram. But the truth is, a lot of those people don't have anything except for the junk that they buy, okay? So this says that you be careful with your money. You do not buy things that you do not need. You don't buy the flashy cars or the expensive watches and stuff like that. Instead, you save your money and you actually be wealthy. You don't try to show everybody that you're wealthy. You actually be wealthy. So I really like that one about this book. I really liked what they were saying in that these are things that normal people can do, okay? Now, the thing about this book is not going to teach you how to become this guy, okay? But this is how normal people can save money, can live their lives in a responsible way, and be responsible with money, okay? So this is not going to make you the next Elon Musk, okay? Or the next billionaire. But there is some wisdom in here that can help you to be a lot more responsible with your money and to realize, darte cuenta, that the people on Instagram who are trying to show us that they're rich, a lot of times they don't have all the stuff they want us to think they have, okay? They waste their money on the jewelry, on the cars, on the vacations, and maybe they really are just as broke as everyone else, okay? So this one was very interesting. I really like and recommend this book, The Millionaire Next Door. Speaking of Elon Musk, this book was very interesting, okay? It's about the life of Elon Musk, about how he started his companies and founded Tesla and SpaceX, and he had a lot to do with PayPal and a lot of other big things. Today he's doing huge things in space with electric cars. He started an AI, artificial intelligence company. This guy is a hard worker, okay? And this book helped me in two ways, okay? It helped me in two ways to improve my ways of thinking about money, okay? First, it showed me how much hard work it takes to become like him, because it talks about how he worked for 20-hour days and only slept for an hour or two, and this guy works every day, okay? Another thing it showed is that you have to take risk if you want to be like him, okay? You can't play it safe like this and just save your money and not buy coffees at Starbucks. You cannot save your way to this kind of riches, okay? To be this kind of rich, you have to take big chances, big risk, okay? And you have to bet it all, apostar todo, and you have to bet it all on yourself, okay? Elon Musk bet on himself over and over and over, and that's why he keeps winning, because he believes in himself and he's willing to work harder than anyone else, okay? So that is one way that this book helped me, was seeing Elon's work ethic, hearing his stories about how he started his company, how much he was willing to sacrifice, how much time he put in, okay? The second way that this helped me is because I thought, if there's anybody in this world who's going to succeed and keep succeeding, it's this guy, okay? So I bought some shares of his company Tesla, okay? I bought some shares. A share of a company or a stock is un parte de esta compañía, puedes comprarlo. And then you are a part owner of the company, and if the company does good, your money grows. If the company does bad, your money shrinks, okay? So I put some money into his company, and it's growing, okay? And I feel safe with that, because after reading about his stories, I believe in this guy, okay? I think this guy is helping us to get into the future. And he's really an incredible dude. Really an incredible man. It was great to read about him, and I love watching interviews with him. He's so smart, but he's still humble as well. So this was a good book. Elon Musk, Tesla, SpaceX, and the quest for a fantastic future. Okay, I recommend it. This was a good one. Next, Unshakable by Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins is awesome too, okay? He is not as rich as Elon Musk, but Tony Robbins is a rich man, okay? Tony Robbins is very rich. I made a video about this book and Tony Robbins, and I think he is worth like $700 million, okay? Tony Robbins is very rich. What I learned from this book is that invertir tu dinero, is not as hard or scary as most people think it is, okay? You can do it in a very simple way and just a little bit each week or each month. And if you keep on doing this over the years, by the time you are 40, 50, 60 years old, you'll have a lot of money, okay? There's a lot of tips in this book about how to invest your money safely so that you do not lose it when the markets go up and down, okay? And there's just so much insight in this book about how to invest your money, how to become an investor, and how to do it yourself, okay? Because a lot of people think that they have to pay somebody else, a professional investor, to handle their money for them. But in this book, Tony tells us that no, that's not true. And sometimes they're just scamming us and ripping us off, okay? And you could get more money if you do it yourself, all right? So after reading this book, I really became more motivated to learn more about investing and to really start investing in my future, okay? So I'm grateful to this book and Tony Robbins because he's a good guy and he's helped a lot of people around the world. So this book inspired me to start investing my money and making it work for me instead of me working for my money. And reading about Tony Robbins, you can't help but want to be a better person because this guy is all about helping people, okay? So anything written or any video by Tony Robbins, check it out, guys. Good English and just an awesome guy. Super cool. All right, now the most important book, in my opinion. Think and Grow Rich, okay? Now I read this book in English, but I gave my English copy to my friend, okay? So here I have the Spanish one, Piense y hágase rico. I've read a lot of this one in Spanish too. Super important book, okay? This book is kind of what started my journey in learning about money, okay? And one day I'm going to do a full, I keep saying one day I'm going to do a full video just about this book, but the short resumen or summary that I would say about this book is that you have to make a plan and then stay with that plan no matter what, okay? When I read this book, my plan was that I was going to make 3 videos each week on my YouTube channel, no matter what. And I have not missed a day. I have not missed one, okay? Ever since I read this book, I've been making a video Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and that has helped my YouTube channel a lot. That was just part of my plan. So what happens when you read this book is it helps you to organize your thoughts, make a plan, and then attack it with action, okay? Action is the most important. So this book shows the power of thinking about your goals, constantly thinking and thinking and thinking about them, and how when you focus your energy on something, if you do not give up, eventually you will achieve your goal. Alright guys, so that is a short summary of the things that I have learned about money from these books that I have read this year. There are a couple books that I can't find because I have books everywhere. So I probably missed a few, and then I've listened to a lot of audiobooks as well. But these are the books that I have sitting around, so I wanted to show you guys those ones. I hope that this was a valuable video for you guys, both in your English, and maybe you got a little bit of some tips that could help you to have a better financial future. Okay guys, nothing wrong with talking about money. I know that sometimes people say we should not talk about it, it's rude or grosero. But people who say that usually don't have a lot of money. And I want all of you guys to be as successful, healthy, and happy as you can. And life is easier with money. So that is why I have invested so much time in learning about it. Because I know that life is easier with money. So I want more of it. So I'm trying to learn. And as I learn, I'm sharing with you guys. Alright. Como siempre, mis amigos queridos. Muchísimas gracias por ver y nos vemos pronto.